Uh-oh. My January challenge is going to be in the way for this, I think. Well, hello and good evening. We're slowing it down tonight. We're doing trivia. We'll take a little stress off the thumbs and put a little more stress on the brain. How about that? Alright, so let's see. We are going to play. And we are going to play solo. And we are going to play normal without timer. And alright, we need to pick a winner here. Who is going to be our millionaire tonight? Massimo is kind of a passion for cinema. Consultant in fashion. Mini golf. Retired and tap dancing. Alright, Pablo. Manager in astronomy. Music and design. Hairdresser and travel. Let's do Nadia. Alright. Press any button to continue.
I think we all agree that we can move on to this new question.
Wait a minute. What is... There's a message on my screen. What does it say? Audio autoplay is disabled. Click once to enable. Oh, so you can't hear any of the game on YouTube. Interesting. Okay. Alright, well, you don't really need to hear the audio, I guess. You just need to be able to see the questions. And it looks like my January challenge is not in the way of the questions. Alright, so here we go. Which of these terms is used to classify restaurants like McDonald's and Burger King? I think this is a pretty obvious one. We'll just say A.
And I'm going to say A. Obviously.
For fast food, yes.
And now to the most... That's what we were looking for. That's right.
Correct. Merc Monster.
And there you have
Hello.
it. Another right answer.
Waking. Hello.
I'm amazing myself.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Are you ready for this new question?
All right. Which World Cup winners are nicknamed the Samba Boys? England, France, Brazil, or Germany?
Well, now. Oh.
Well, I'm gonna guess it's the Samba. And Brazil has won the World Cup quite a few times. And Samba doesn't really apply to any of these other ones. Merc says C. I agree with that.
And I would say C. I have no doubt.
Okay.
Is that your final? You make it look easy.
That is correct.
You got it.
The nice thing is we can skip through
This is
all
no
of the
time to get
narrator
tired.
stuff.
Let's go.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
Which of these means a petty quarrel? A. Scribble. B. Shuffle. C. Squabble. D. Spittle. Well, at least they timed the... Well, you can't hear the giggle, so... I said spittle and she giggled. Let's say C for squabble.
It's C. I'm
Thank you.
sure of it.
Thank you, Merc, for agreeing with me.
Final?
It is the final.
That is the right answer.
And there you have it. Another right answer.
Oh, you can hear them, Merc?
Amazing myself.
Because I have a little message on my
Good luck to you for this new question.
on my YouTube stream that says something about audio is disabled, and when I turn the sound on, I don't think I could hear. Diesel. All right. George Michael was the lead singer of which musical duo? I'm glad you can hear it though, then, Merc. That makes me feel better. A, damn. C, or B, cram. C, wham. And D, bam. Why are all these answers C? Obviously, it's wham.
And I would say C. I have no doubt.
Final answer?
Yes, it is.
Yes, absolutely.
That is our final answer.
You're clearly not ready for what's coming next.
Clearly, I'm not ready.
And let's go for a whole new question.
I have to remember that YouTube has a delay on it. Which document would be endorsed with a visa? A, tax return. B, television license. C, passport. D, birth certificate. It's a bitrate issue when streaming video takes priority of audio. They're telling you to upgrade your internet. Yeah, that might be actually. Although I don't have like really slow internet, although I am not hardwired, so maybe that's the issue. Once again, I believe this answer is C. Has every answer been C so far? Patriot, over on Twitch. You've now said hi on YouTube and on Twitch. Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate that. We are dual streaming. Yes, once again, we are dual streaming. So if you can afford to go out there and all but the first one. Okay, all of them, but the first one has been C. So the computer's not doing a very good job. I believe this is going to be
C
a passport.
is the right answer.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer? Correct answer. You've reached the threshold.
All right. We made it to the first level. All right. On which continent are the Dolomite Mountains? This one's a tough one. A, Asia. B, Europe. C, Africa. And D, Australia. Okay, I'll say right now, I'm probably leaning towards Australia. I don't know why I'm leaning towards Australia. I just kind of feel like it is Australia. Does anybody else have another thought? Whatever Italy is, you think Dolomite Mountains are in Italy? Well, that would be Europe. Not Australia from your memory. Okay, so we've got the New Zealander checking in with an answer in the southern hemisphere that says not Australia. All right, so Merc Monster says B. Let's go with that.
I'm picking B.
Hey, Nomic. Welcome in.
You had to make a choice.
All right,
Is that your final answer?
We had to make a choice.
That's...
Yes, you are right.
And that is correct.
And there you have it. Another right answer. I'm amazing myself.
Ash, welcome in. Thank you. Nomic, welcome in. Thank you.
Now let's go to the next question.
Oh,
All right, here we go. Lived in Europe for years. Oh, that's right. You did. All right, Norwegian skier. Which Norwegian skier has the most medals in alpine skiing in the Olympic Games? Is it Ole Einar Bjorndalen, Thor Hashevd, Kjetil Andre Amot, or Peter Solberg? All right, this is... I don't follow skiing. Phone a friend. Perhaps it should be a friend who knows something about skiing. Yeah, we're gonna have to use phone a friend. All right, here we go. Phone a friend. Sorry, my face is covering the options here.
By calling someone, you may be making sure you get rid of this embarrassing question.
Out.
Okay,
I'm out.
Let's go.
No clue. Yeah. Oh boy, who do we call? Marco, our cousin. Alfred, our family friend. Tom, our brother. Or Anne, our aunt. You go to mountains with hot springs. Yeah, not with the snow. Although hot springs and snow are kind of a good mix. We used to, when we'd have snow around here, we'd get in the hot tub and then run around in the snow and then get back in the hot tub again. Anne. Alright, let's go with Anne.
Hello, who's speaking, please?
Good evening. You're live on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Rick!
Oh, okay. You're putting a little pressure on me there, but I'll do my best.
Don't tell us that, Rick.
Well, that's
The
great since I
Chiefs
know the
again.
answer. It's C.
Alright, she says C. I don't know. Rick, that's bad news. That's bad news. Get out. I was hoping for the Bills. I like the Bills for whatever reason. I just like the Bills. Yeah, we'll just have to go with C. I don't think we have any other options there, Merc.
And I would say C. I have no doubt.
Unsubbed.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my
You make it look easy. You got it.
Hey, Aunt
That was a close
Anne.
one for me.
Aunt Anne came through. Both teams played like crap.
The game is off to a good start.
Was the
but
game-
you shouldn't stop there. Here is a new question.
Was the game in Kansas City? I don't even know where that game was. I just know the Eagles won, and I was rooting for the Eagles and for the Bills. So those were the two I wanted to see. But the formula what formula does Gargamel try to desperately create? Formula for the Philosopher's Stone. Formula for spontaneous germination. The formula for Smurf soup. The elixir vitae formula. I'm gonna go with C as well. I do remember the Smurfs growing up, Saturday morning cartoons. I don't technically remember that it was formula for Smurf soup. DD is no longer a mod. Punished me. All right, so we'll go with C.
It's C. I'm sure of it.
All right, we'll go with it.
And now to the most important question of all. Is this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. That is not the answer.
I really had a good time. That's the main thing.
Nice shot. Respect for playing the game.
Formula for
It was really fun
Philosopher's
playing with you.
Stone.
Great player.
Well. Alright, well. We were just warming up, right? Just warming up. That was a warm-up game, that's right. Yeah. Ash, what? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's go with somebody different. Let's try... let's go back to George's. I thought for sure it was Smurf soup, too. We know he was always trying to make Smurf soup, so, I mean, that only seemed to make sense. Maybe he needed the Smurf soup for the Philosopher's Stone. Gargamel is connected to Smurf.
Trust
so
yourself and your acquaintances for this new question.
No, Gargamel was definitely Smurfs. So I have to say my favorite meme today for the Chiefs game was why does
Come on, George. Focus.
Why does Patrick Mahomes wear the number 15? And then it was because that's how many penalty yards you get when you touch him. That one, I had to like that one. All right, moving on to the game. What is Bruce Wayne's butler's name? A, Alfred Pennyworth. B, Igor Centworth. C, Jarvis Dollarworth. Or D, Bernardo Diamondworth. Yeah, this one's definitely, it was always Alfred, right?
I'm going to pick A.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer. You got it right. Well done.
All right.
And one more right answer for me.
We got it correct.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
All right. Which of these is a spring month in the United States? A, April.
Well, now.
B, June. C, September. Or D, January. Once again, we can say that it's going to be A.
We're going to say A, okay?
Because June is summer. September is still summer-ish. And D is obviously winter. I want a left answer. Yeah, we haven't had any B's or D's, have we? Yes, it's A.
And what will be your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, that's what we were looking for. That's right.
That's what we were looking for.
Oh, that's perfect.
Your new question is ready. Good luck.
I have to reverse the seat. Yes, because you were in the wrong hemisphere for that. All right, proverbially speaking, what happens...
Come on, George. Focus.
What happens to Christmas if you receive an unexpected bonus or present? So this is a little like saying, what have you, a colloquial saying or whatever you want to call it. Does Christmas come early? It lingers, it's canceled, it's postponed. Burb, Diesel playing Minecraft. Diesel's playing Minecraft. All right, A, Christmas comes early when you get an unexpected bonus or a present.
I'm choosing A.
So we're gonna go with that one. If Diesel is playing, we probably need to go lurk out on that. All right, but I want to say canceled. No, it's come
Final answer?
It's coming early.
That's my final answer.
The choice is made. You really know your answers.
And there we have it.
This new question shouldn't give
It
you a
is
hard
A,
time.
but I want to
in
say
theory.
it was canceled. Okay, I got you, Ash. I didn't read that fully. A beginner uses bunny slopes.
Well, now.
In which sport? A, skiing, B, bowling, C, golf, or D, curling? Well, we know this is A.
I'm going to pick A.
Man, are all these answers A again? So last time it was all C, this time it's all A.
Final answer? You sure?
Oh, yes, that's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. That's the one.
And that is the
One more right answer for me.
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
All right, what is the name for unedited prints of a film meant for immediate viewing? James, hello. What is the name for unedited prints of a film meant for immediate viewing? I don't know this one. When it says prints of film, are we talking about like film strips? Or are we talking about pictures? So far, everything has been A. And we've seen, you have heard of a print run? Yeah, I'm thinking it's a run as well. Let's go with A. We'll go with run.
I'm choosing A.
Final?
That'll be my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. That is not the answer.
Well, no big deal. It's a game after all.
Oh my gosh, it's the wrong answer. I'm so sorry. Anyway, good luck to you.
Oh, wow, we earned nothing. We got nothing. All right, well. Big sad, that's right. All right. The Smurfs is a weird category. All right, let's do Julie. All right. Which of these is a large choice steak cut from the sirloin of beef? M-bone, E-bone, A-bone, or T-bone? I have never heard of any of those other letter bones, so we're gonna have to go with T-bone. Because the other ones I've never heard of. I don't have any of those in my freezer. I don't think I've ever seen any at the meat store.
Okay, D. En route to the win.
And now to the most important question of all. Is this your final answer?
That will be my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. That's what we were looking for.
All right.
That's right.
Okay, next one.
That is correct.
And let's go for a whole new question.
All right. Which of these dates is Saint Valentine's Day? I hate the fact that I know this. We do know for sure that this is February 14 because that's my birthday. And I hate it. I've always hated it. I've always said it's the second worst day of the year to have a birthday. I don't know, Ash, if you celebrate Valentine's Day down there in New Zealand, but you know, it's the quote-unquote romantic holiday. I don't know why.
I'm confident that it's C. Okay, we're picking C.
Christmas would be the first worst day to have a Christmas or have a birthday. February 14th for a guy especially is the second worst day. You proposed to your wife on Valentine's Day. All right, so you got an anniversary coming up. Congratulations.
Are you sure?
That's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. Just own it. You got it.
All right. So,
Okay, let's take a breather and go on to the next one.
so generally,
I think we all agree that we can move on to this new question.
oh, that's true. Wedding anniversary is different. That is true. But for a guy speaking, you know, generally Valentine's Day is kind of usually focused towards the woman. But having a birthday on that day kind of you know, it's always kind of gets a little overshadowed. But my wife does a good job of making sure that doesn't happen, so. She doesn't let that happen. All right, next question. What type of insect sting is Thomas J. Sinnott allergic to in My Girl? Ooh, okay, so My Girl was a movie. A slug is not an insect. Bees are obviously the bees are the most obvious. C, I mean, everybody's allergic to mosquito bites. Red ants, obviously, if you get by those, you're probably gonna have an allergic reaction. But in My Girl, I don't even remember that there was an insect in it. Ash, you're saying bee? I mean, what the heck? Let's go with bee, right?
B. I'm sure of it.
You know what my next question
we're
is,
gonna
right?
lock it in.
Is this your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. That's what we were looking for. That's right.
Nice job, Ash.
We believe it. It's climbing quickly.
I don't
Let's
know if
keep our
you
streak going.
have seen the movie, remember the movie,
It's time
but
to
good
move
answer,
on to
good
a
answer.
new question.
Golf clap, golf clap. To which superhero did Superman entrust a piece of kryptonite to be used in an emergency? Yeah, I remember the movie had Macaulay Culkin in it. That's about all I remember of the movie. All right, so which superhero? Was it Wonder Woman, Batman, The Flash, or Aquaman? I don't know on this one. I don't remember this being in a movie anywhere. Was it in the movie? Wasn't there a movie called Batman versus Superman, or Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman, or something like that? I didn't see it. Was it in that movie, or is this something that took place during the comics? And if we think back to, Saturday morning question, the Saturday morning cartoons in the, I'm not sure the actual lore, but Superman versus Batman did have kryptonite. Okay. So we could probably choose that one. The Justice League didn't have Batman in it though, right? It had Wonder Woman and it had Aquaman from the cartoons that I remember. I don't remember the Flash. Let's just go with Batman. That one seems to make more sense.
Let's go with B.
And what will be your final answer?
Let's lock it in.
That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. You pulled it off.
You got it
I
again.
needed to keep my cool, and it paid off.
Got it again.
Trust yourself and your acquaintances for this new question.
All right. I know this one. Which object
Think. Take your time.
curling
Think.
players use to slow down or speed up a stone? Curling players and stones. Do they use a mop, a broom, a fan, or a rope? I think we can all confidently answer this one with a broom, right? Because they're always sweeping in front of the curling stone.
B. I'm sure of it.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
So we're going with it.
That will be my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. Well done. Now the good news is that you can't lose anything.
All right. We made it to that first keeper tier.
And let's go for a whole new question.
All right. Which country was reunified in October?
So I would say, no, not that.
Which country was reunified on October 3rd, 1990? Okay, so we know it's not Korea because they're still North and South. Yugoslavia does not exist any longer. Czechoslovakia has been Czechoslovakia since the end of World War II. Although now I think it's the Czech Republic and Slovakia. However, yes, you're right, Ash. This would be the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall actually was 1989. So I'm going to have to go with Germany on this one.
I'm a gambler, and so I'm choosing D.
We're going to lock her in.
What will be your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer. Of course.
We believe it. It's climbing quickly. Let's keep our streak going.
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
All right. On a standard dartboard, what is the highest score a player can achieve with one dart? All right, this one, I played darts for a while, so I can kind of see the dartboard in my head. So you have 20 all the way around, right? So 1 through 20. And then you have a middle ring, which is double. And you have the outer ring, which is triple. And then you have the inner ring, which I think is 25, if I remember correctly. And then the bullseye is 50. So if you hit the outside ring of the 20, it is, as Ash has said, triple 20, which would be 60. So we're going to go with that one, because that's what I remember.
Let's go with the right answer, and therefore, C.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
The choice is made. Just own it. You got it.
Okay, let's take a breather and go on to the next one.
What do you mean you love the education as well, Ash?
And here's a new question that I hope won't worry you.
All right. What type of dog is the cartoon character Droopy? Oh, my education with the stories. just trying to keep the trivia thing interesting, I guess. What type of dog is the cartoon character Droopy? Okay, I don't know if I actually recall this cartoon character. So there was a cartoon character that I vaguely remember that was a sheepdog who had the hair down over his eyes, and I'm pretty sure it was a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Droopy for a bulldog doesn't make sense logically, and neither does poodle for Droopy. But C is the one that throws me off, because bloodhounds have those droopy ears. So it's got to be between A and C. And I honestly do not know the answer to this one, so we may have to... We may have to phone a friend on this one. Or, let's ask the audience, actually.
Okay, audience, big one here. Pick up those keypads and enter your votes now.
C, a bloodhound. Okay. Well, we're gonna go with the although the audience did say D. I mean, the audience could be wrong, but the likelihood of that, probably not. So we're gonna go with C. We're gonna go with bloodhound.
I'm going to choose C.
But if it's C, I don't remember what cartoon characters this would be.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. You got it right. Well done.
Well, the audience did it.
Next one.
Concentrate. Here's a new question for you.
All right. Food served with spinach is described as what? A, Florentine. B, Julienne. C, Veronique. Or D, manure. No, I don't know how you say that name. Manure? Manure. Manure. So one, I'm not a big fan of spinach. It's kind of gross. Julienne, isn't that a type of cut, the way you would cut a vegetable? So I don't think it would be that. Isn't Florentine like with a sauce? Eggs Benedict with spinach, I think, is eggs Florentine. I don't know this one either. I don't know that I can honestly say that I've ever had eggs Benedict, let alone with spinach. I got no clue on this one either. Let's go ahead and let's phone a friend.
Let's call your friend, hoping to get the right answer to this embarrassing question.
Why is it embarrassing? He's kind of rude. Pierre is the cousin. Vanessa is the aunt. Andy and Eva. Pierre has a French name and he's a cousin, so let's go with that. Because these all sound French.
Hello, Pierre. This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire calling you. How are you?
Good, very good. I'm stressed out nonetheless because I want to answer the question correctly.
Actually, Julie needs you for that. We're confident in you. Think carefully and answer quickly.
I would say A. A. Yeah, that said, I'm not too sure about it.
Okay. Ash says A. Pierre says A. We're gonna go with A.
I know the answer, and it's A.
I know the answer. She says I know the answer now.
And what will be your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
The choice is made. And that is the right answer.
All right, Ash.
I took the time I needed, but at least the results are there.
Nice job. I did not know that.
The questions follow each other and are not alike.
We get
The
spinach
proof with
once
this
in a
new
while for
question.
salad, and spinach is not my first choice of any vegetable, salad, green, whatever. On which island is December 20th a public holiday called Freedom Day? What? How would anybody know this unless you actually lived on the island? On which island is December 20th a public holiday called Freedom Day? Well, I hate to say it, but we're going to go with the 50-50 on this one. If we get this right, it takes us to
From
the...
now on, the 50-50 will remove 2 wrong answers to get you out of this predicament.
Well... I'm just going to go with my gut on this one. Reunion Island and Freedom Day seem to align, right? Reunion kind of speaks of freedom. Gosh, I don't know. Ash says A. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Mauritius? Mauritius? I'm going to go with C. I'm just going to go with my gut on this one.
I'm confident that it's C. Okay, we're picking C.
Is that your final?
That will be my final answer.
You have given your final answer. Now is the time to see the right one. You've reached the threshold.
Yes! Yes! All right.
Now that you've released the pressure, here's a new question.
Well, but we've used all of our lifelines, so now we're in big trouble. Now we're in big trouble. Which part of the body is affected by quinsy? The throat, the stomach, the liver, or the heart? Which part of the body is affected by quinsy? Now, I think we do have one... We do have a skip available to us. I don't know if that would be any better to skip this one. Quinsy, quinsy, quinsy. What part of the body is affected by quinsy? I want to go with B or D. But there seriously is not even a hint of what this could be in the question. I don't want Quincy to be... I mean, maybe Quincy's another word for queasy? And if it's queasy, then that would be stomach. Is Quincy a different word in another country? For queasy? I don't know. We're just gonna go with B. We're gonna go with B. We're gonna just do it.
I would say B.
We're gonna do it. We're just going with it.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
You're right. We had to make a choice.
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. What a pity. This is the wrong answer.
No big deal. We'll do better next time.
Congratulations! You walk away with your guaranteed cash prize.
Oh, it was
Good for you.
$32,000. I mean, that's the best we've done so far tonight, right? Yep, I had no idea on that one, so it really was a guess. Without any lifelines... Without any lifelines, that's a tough one. U.S. movies in the 1970s? These are some really odd categories. 1010 is a really weird category. The Smurfs is a weird category. Alright, Julie did pretty well for us. Let's try somebody else. I don't think we've tried Lindsay before. Let's try Lindsay.
Welcome to the show. Answer 50.
All right.
New question coming up.
Let's get it.
Good luck to you.
Let's get it.
No, but I'm sure that I have the right answer. Or, well...
All right. In which month is Thanksgiving celebrated in the United States? This one is an easy one. That is November.
Let's go with D.
So we're just going to go ahead and
Is
lock
that
that
your
one
final?
in.
Yes, that's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. Now is the time to see the right one.
We know this one.
You make it look easy. You got it.
And we're still going forward. No slacking off.
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
Which Frenchman was the gold medalist in the 100-meter freestyle in Peking in 2008? Alain Bernard. Actually, I think that might be pronounced Alan, but I don't know that for sure. Jean Boiteau, Charles Devin Deville, or Stéphane Caron. I was alive in 2008. Can't say I really pay much attention to the Olympics that much anymore, let alone in 2008. I don't know the answer to this one. I want to say D.
I'm going to choose D.
I don't know why I'm going to choose D, but I'm going to choose D.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. You
Nope.
can't always win.
The other one
That's
was
the wrong
other
answer.
one I was thinking was
Sorry.
A, but,
Well, it's no big deal.
all right, we'll just start over with her. Let's do it again. These questions where they ask about international athletes.
You picked a great day to join us on Who. Let's go for this new eliminatory question.
All right, which of these is a 1993 action film starring Sylvester Stallone? Wall hanger, cliffhanger, paper hanger, coat hanger.
Well, I'm completely stuck here.
I know this
Unless-
one to be cliffhanger because it is about mountain climbing, and I actually used to do some rock climbing / mountain climbing. And I actually owned this movie on VHS. So we are going to go with
I believe in my
B,
gut, and I'm choosing B.
and we are
You know
going
what
to-
my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have made your choice. You got it right. Well done.
Well, that was a really close call. Phew.
No, that wasn't.
New question coming up. Good luck to you.
In the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel, what was the witch's house made of? Popcorn, donuts, gingerbread,
No, but I'm sure that I have the right
or
answer.
marzipan?
Or, well,
I'm pretty sure it was gingerbread.
you have to tempt fate sometimes. Okay, C.
Are you sure?
Yep, we're gonna lock her in.
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
Lock her in. It's C, gingerbread.
The choice is made. You took your time, but you are right.
Perfect.
Here's a new question for you.
Which type of dog shares its name with someone who compiles crosswords? I don't know the answer to this. A spaniel, a retriever, a terrier, or a setter? Now, it could be something strange, but somebody who compiles crosswords, I believe compiles a crossword means that they are putting it together. I'm just going to go with D. I'm just going to call it a setter because that seems to be the one that makes the most sense. I mean, obviously retriever, probably not. Terrier doesn't make sense. Spaniel might be right.
I'm going to choose D.
So this is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer.
We're just gonna see if it.
You make it look easy.
Oh,
You got it.
We got it. All right.
And we're still going forward. No slacking off.
Good luck to you for this new question.
Well, I'm completely stuck here. Unless...
All right. Where is Mount Kilimanjaro located? Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, or Mozambique? I honestly believe it's in Kenya. I'm going with Kenya.
I'm sure that it's B. Okay, we have faith.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
The choice is made.
Guess we're about to
It's
find
time
out.
to discover the right answer. That is not the answer.
No regrets, really. I did my best.
Unfortunately, it's all over. How sad.
Thanks for the lurk, Ash. Must be like on a little tiny piece. I could swear it was right in the top right corner of Kenya. Alright, we haven't had very good luck with Karen, so let's go with Ruben. Let's see if Ruben brings us some good luck.
Well, so, A is speaking to me, but,
Alright. In which of these sports does a successful touchdown add to the score? Yes, that's football.
Okay, let's roll.
Oh.
We're choosing A.
This guy's voice.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
Is...
That's my final answer.
Yes, yes, yes. We know.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. You pulled it off.
That's all me. Perfection.
This new question shouldn't give you a hard time, in theory.
All right.
It's B. No, C. Oh, I'm lost. I'm lost.
Victoria Beckham belongs to which singing group? TLC, Spice Girls, Destiny's Child, In Vogue. It was definitely the Spice Girls.
I'm going to choose B.
Are you
Finally.
absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
Well, yes, that's my final answer.
You have made your choice. Just own it. You got it.
The handsomest and the most cultured. What more could you want?
What? Who came up with these voice
So
lines?
let's
for
move
these
on to a whole new question.
Characters.
There's too much noise. I'm having trouble focusing.
Which sea borders Latvia? The Baltic Sea, the Black Sea, the North Sea, or the Caspian Sea? The Black Sea and the Caspian Sea are farther east, if I remember right. The North Sea... pretty sure it's the... no, let's see, the Baltic states. The Baltic states. Going with A.
Let's not waste any time. A.
Final?
Oh. Yes. That's my final answer.
We're going with the Baltic Sea, because I think that's the one that's between, like, Denmark
Oh, I
and
can't wait to see the correct answer.
Sweden, Finland.
You figured it out perfectly. Nice answer.
I just can't remember all those little former
That's
Russian
all
states.
me. Perfection.
It's like Denmark, Poland.
It's time to move on to a new question.
So Belarus, Latvia, O-word, I think. All right. Which of these is a term for preserving meat or fish? Healing, mending, curing, or convalescing? This one is definitely curing.
C for yours truly.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
So we're definitely going with that one.
You have given your final answer. Now is the time to see the right one. Well done! You got it.
The handsomest and the most cultured. What more could you want?
We've already used that line, dude.
Are you ready for this new question?
It's B. No, C. Oh, I'm lost. I'm lost.
What football team won the first Super Bowl? Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, Kansas City Chiefs, or the Pittsburgh Steelers? The first Super Bowl. I have to say I'm leaning between A, the Packers, or D, the Steelers. With maybe just a slight possibility of it being the Bears. But I want to say it's the Packers. Let's use the 50-50.
Okay, we will take 2 incorrect answers away.
Alright, so my gut feeling, my instincts were correct in picking A and D. The question is, which one is it? My first sense is to say A.
A? But I'm really not sure.
So we're just gonna lock
And
it
what
in.
will be your final answer?
Well, yes, that's my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. The threshold has been reached. Congratulations!
My initial thought was correct. That's good. That's good to know. No more water.
Let's go for this new eliminatory question.
In Morse code, which letter is represented by ... I don't know Morse code at all. Do not know Morse code at all. Dot. Trying to think in my head if I remember what SOS is. Dash dot is SOS, so D. Alright, thank you, Ash. I was thinking it had to be part of the SOS, I just couldn't remember if it was the... So, yeah. Let's go with that.
D. No doubts whatsoever, obviously.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. Just own it. You got it.
That's all me.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you. I was either going to guess S or O.
The game is getting tougher now with this brand new question.
In George Lucas's movie, who is THX 1138? In George Lucas's movie, which George Lucas movie are we talking about here? THX 1138. I don't know that it would be a hitman, because a bounty hunter would not be considered a hitman, so I don't think it could be like the Star Wars. THX 1138. An alien? I don't recall any George Lucas character being called THX 1138. But who, the word who, refers to a person or something. Who is not a computer. What would make more sense if it was a computer. So it can't be a computer. Let's ask the audience on this one.
Okay, audience, we need some help here.
Because it doesn't make sense that it would be a computer. B is a worker. I'd like to know a little bit more about this. So when we finish this question, we're going to look this one up because they're saying workers, so we're going to go with a worker.
let's roll.
Is that your final?
We'll call it final.
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. That's an answer I can get behind.
Okay.
Ka-ching! Okay, we're driving up the jackpot.
Let's find out who THX 1138 was, because I don't know.
Will you be able to answer this new question as well?
THX 1138. 1971 film. The future is here.
Well now.
THX 1138. I can honestly say that's not a movie I have seen. An American social science fiction film co-written and directed by George Lucas in his directorial debut. Produced by Francis Ford Coppola. Had Robert Duvall in it. 1971. Huh. May have to look that one up, because that actually looks kind of interesting. But I can honestly say I have not seen that one. Alright. Back to the game here. How many planets in the solar system begin with a vowel? Mercury, Venus, no, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, Earth and Dadalorian, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for dropping in. Earth and Uranus. All right, I was missing Uranus. Haven't seen you in a while, and I was missing Uranus. Okay, yeah, let's go with 2. Thank you for that answer. I was almost gonna go with 1.
Let's go for C. Let's save some time.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you.
Wait,
So
what?
let's go.
Yeah.
Is this your final answer?
Well, yes, that's my final answer.
The choice is made. It's time to discover the right answer. You figured it out perfectly. Nice answer.
Thank you very much, Dadalorian.
Handsomest and the most cultured.
Appreciate
what
that.
more
Thank
could
you.
you want?
Thank you for the answer on that one.
You will be asked a new question now.
Which set of relatives gives the title of an Anton Chekhov play? The 2 mothers, the 3 sisters, the 4 brothers, or the 5 cousins? Alright, well, 1, it's a play, so I haven't seen it or read it. It's Anton Chekhov, which I have not spent any time reading. Dadalorian, you know this? I want to say C. Just off the top of my head, I want to say the 4 brothers. But I don't know that. Because I don't know plays and I don't really know Anton Chekhov. It's just like this 4 brother thing kind of in the back of my head. You would advise not picking that one. Okay. The 5 cousins just doesn't seem... Just doesn't seem like the right answer. The two mothers, I guess, could potentially be correct. But like I said, my gut instinct is either B, the three sisters, or C, the four brothers. So I guess I would have to go with my other instinct, which is the three sisters. Go with your gut and my advice. Arame! Arame says sisters. All right, well, Dadalorian, I don't know that you said B, but you did say go with my gut. And your advice was not to pick C, so if I go with my gut and it was B or C, all right, Arame has confirmed that it is the three sisters.
I'm going to choose B.
So we're going to go with sisters.
And now to the most important question of all. Is this your final answer?
B, 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 B.
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. You got it right. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ka-ching! Okay, we're driving up the jackpot.
All right, well.
And here's a new question that I hope won't worry you.
Which American author sent a cable from Europe saying the report of my death was an exaggeration on reading his own obituary? I don't know who Henry James is. This seems more like a Mark Twain type response, which I vaguely remember maybe he did respond that way. F. Scott Fitzgerald was a little bit too serious. And of course, John Steinbeck. Yeah, see, I believe I'm going to go with Twain because Arame, one, you agree with me and you're a smart person to agree with me. And two, you probably know this one. I do seem to remember reading in his biography that he had responded that way. So it has to be time with the use of that. So Twain, yes. Let's go Twain.
Let's go with B.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
That will be my final answer.
Just seems like something Twain would do.
The
Yeah.
choice is made.
I agree.
It's time to discover the right answer. You got there.
And
well done.
He actually was very, very well traveled from reading his biography.
This new question is now waiting for you to be answered with flying colors.
Which challenge, inspired by ancient heroes, does Wonder Woman impose on herself before rejoining the Justice League? Oh my goodness. Finding the Golden Fleece, performing 12 labors, defeating the Minotaur, or taming Pegasus. Alright, so I don't know the DC superheroes very well at all. I have a real vague memory of the Justice League from childhood Saturday morning cartoons. I don't remember a story about Wonder Woman being kicked out of the Justice League. So I'm leaning towards the Golden Fleece or Taming Pegasus. Now, I know she flew in an invisible jet. But do I ever remember her actually having Pegasus? And I kind of do. I kind of remember. But it could be a very bad memory in the sense that I'm remembering something that didn't actually take place. I want to say Taming Pegasus. Now, here's the thing. We still have Phone a Friend left. But do we want to use that now? We are at the 32,000 level, so we keep what we leave with, but yeah.
Okay, let's call a friend.
Let's phone a friend. Mark, Michael, Eddie, or Paul? Let's go with Paul, the father.
Hello, Dad.
No freaking clue.
Ruben, what's all this about?
I need your help. I'm completely stuck on this question. It's annoying.
I would say D, but without much justification. Just a gut instinct.
The only challenge you can think of is when she fought Artemis. Okay. Well, Dad said D, but without much justification. I just have this really vague memory of Wonder Woman riding Pegasus. So I'm gonna go.
No doubt, really.
I'm going with D.
It's D.
You had to make a choice. Is that your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
Would have gone with B? Okay.
What a pity. This is the wrong answer.
The audience didn't help either. It made me lose my concentration.
It was an incredible run.
All right.
Great game.
So, Dadalorian, why would you have gone with B? What about the 12 labors? That one just didn't seem specific enough. Comic books usually make a storyline over a group of issues. Okay, well that makes sense, I guess. So it would be a multi-issue type. "12 Labors" seems like more content than just getting a Pegasus. That's probably true. That's probably true. I did not think about the comic book side. That's the thing about DC Comics. The little I know about them has either been through movies or the Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid. And the comic books, I just don't have any knowledge of what takes place in the comic books at all. Alright, no more Ruben. Let's go with Pablo. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out for a while. It's awesome. Alright, let's skip the preliminaries and just go right to the game here.
New question coming.
Which of these is a common term for serialized television dramas? Soap opera, Shampoo opera, sponge opera, or Swiffer sweeper opera. All right, come on now.
I'm going to pick A.
So this is your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
They could have made
If
it.
this is your final answer, you pulled it off.
Could have made it so they weren't quite so silly.
One more right answer. My goodness, what talent.
Here's a new question for you.
What feat did Argentina accomplish when it won the gold medal in soccer at the Olympics in 2004? I don't follow soccer that closely at all. So for being a 200-point level question, this seems like a tough question. Played all its games with 10 players. Why would it play all its games with 10 players? Because you can have an 11 on the field at a time. Think, is it 11? This is a big deal. Did not concede a single goal. Played without a goalie in the finals. Scored 60 points in 6 games. So my gut, honestly, my gut is B or D. Didn't concede a single goal. Or the fact that it scored 60 points in 6 games. Yeah. I mean, that would be 10 goals in each of the games. 10 goals though. 10 goals in 6 games seems a little far-fetched. So yeah, Dadalorian, I am leaning towards B, not giving up, because I mean soccer games aren't typically high scoring, so 10 points per game seems like a lot. 10 players doesn't seem quite right, and played without a goalie in the finals. I suppose that is possible. Let's go with
Well,
B.
I'm gonna try B.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer. You make it look easy.
All right.
You got it.
Dadalorian, do you watch
See?
a lot of soccer?
Experienced contestants always win the day.
Play a lot of soccer? I used to play a lot of soccer when I was a kid.
Trust
but
yourself
honestly,
and your acquaintances for this new question.
I don't really follow the Olympics. I don't follow soccer. You watch a lot of soccer? Okay, cool. Which sport is not part of the decathlon? All right. So the javelin, the long jump, the 1500 meter, and the sack race? It ain't the sack race, so I think we can safely
It's
eliminate
D,
that one.
I think. Well, actually, I'm sure of it.
Final?
That'll be my final answer.
Follow it more online? Okay.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. You pulled it off.
Dadalorian,
With that, if I'm not the star of the family when I go back.
Just out of
I
curiosity,
think we all agree that we can move on to this new question.
FIFA game came out not that long ago. Do you play any of the FIFA games at all? All right, when asked what they would like to drink, if someone replies A, B, C, it usually stands for anything but what? Not a sports game guy? Okay. Yeah, the only sports game I've ever really played was MLB. And that was like 2 years ago almost now. ABC, anything but. Yeah, I've never heard this one either. For me personally, it would probably be B, no Chardonnay. Because I'm really not a red wine drinker. I'm not a big fan of red wines. Champagne seems really common. Although Chablis rhymes with ABC. ABC, anything but Chablis. So I'm leaning towards A or D. A or D. Let's use our 50-50.
Let's take away 2 incorrect answers.
I hate using them so early, but I really have no idea on this one. Oh, okay. So Chardonnay. So I'm gonna have to go with A. Anything but champagne.
Let's go with A.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer. I hope it is the right one. It's sad, but it's the game. This is not the right answer.
Oh, well, great. What a failure. I'm not proud of myself.
I would never have bet on such a quick end. How sad.
Alright, so I obviously don't hang around in the drinking circles enough to know that saying, I guess. Alright, let's do one more, and then we'll call it a night. Must be a France thing. That very well could be. Alright, let's try a different character. Let's try Chun.
So let's move on to a whole new question.
The YouTube slide is really lagging tonight. Alright. The god Cupid is often depicted holding what? A bow and arrow, clipboard, newspaper, handbag. We all know the answer to this.
I have to make a decision.
Is A.
And it will be A.
And what will be your final answer? That's what we were looking for.
So
That's
we'll just plow through that one because everybody knows
fair with
that
right
one.
answers.
Are you ready for this new question?
Alright, which show with music and lyrics by Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey opened in New York in 1972? Alright, 1972, that was the year I was born, so I obviously would not know this, and I am not into Broadway or any of that kind of stuff. I've never heard of grime, I've never heard of muck, and I've never heard of filth. The only one I've heard of is Grease. So we're gonna have to go with Grease. The movie obviously came after that. Come on. It's gotta be Grease.
Okay, C. I think it's the right one.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer? You pulled it off.
Yeah, okay.
Prepared well.
Like I said, I've
done
never
well,
heard of the
and
other
it paid
ones. I've only
off.
ever heard of one. C, what are you talking about?
And let's go for a whole new question.
You're obviously not a Broadway guy either, Diesel. Alright, where does Steven Spielberg's film Empire of the Sun take place? Okay, I have watched this movie. And I know it is about Japan. It was a World War II movie. So Hanoi is in Vietnam. Seoul is obviously Korea. During World War II, they occupied both of those countries. Shanghai and Beijing are both China. I want to say Beijing. Empire of the Sun. I mean, I know it's about the Japanese military. But I saw that movie like in the 90s? So you're saying... Yeah, see, I mean, it's so long ago since I saw it. So you're saying, nope, it's not Beijing? It's A? Shanghai? See, I don't know. I would lean towards A or B. But we'll go with A. I'm going to go with Dadalorian on this one.
A, obviously.
Final answer?
Yes.
You make it look easy.
All right.
You got it.
Thank you, Dadalorian, on that
We were
one.
within a hair's breadth of a formality there.
Yeah, I figured... I know it was
Your new
Japanese.
question is ready.
And I
Good luck.
just couldn't remember who they were invading or where it actually took place. Alright, which spin-off of the Dead or Alive fighting game series was released on Xbox in 2003? Oh my goodness, I was not playing Xbox in 2003. Which spin-off of the Dead or Alive fighting game series was released on Xbox in 2003? Dead or Alive... Yeah, PC guy. I've never really... I mean, I played PC games back when... This is how old I am. The Apple IIe. The Apple IIe was the first computer we had in our home. That I can remember, anyway. I had friends that had Commodores and whatnot, but... Dead or Alive Street Basket doesn't make any sense. Dead or Alive Skate Challenge kind of makes sense. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Challenge. Amiga after that. Yeah. Then a 365. Extreme Beach Volleyball. Or Extreme Surfing. We're gonna have to use... Let's go with
Let's
phone
call
a friend.
your friend, hoping to get the right answer to this embarrassing question.
I don't know why he calls them embarrassing questions. John is the brother. Samuel is the father. I don't think grandmother would know it. And Sven is the brother. Yeah, which brother? Sven or John? I'm thinking Sven. We'll say Sven.
Hello. You've reached Sven's answering machine.
Oh no!
I'm currently unavailable.
Oh no! No way! There's no way he dared to step out while
I got ya. Hey, it's okay, I'm here. Go ahead. Give me the question and I'll try to answer brilliantly, okay? Oh, it's C. I'll bet everything on it.
Alright. We're gonna have to go with her jerk of a brother.
It's C, no doubt.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer? Yes, you
All
are
right.
right.
The jerk of a brother was
Fair
correct.
with right answers.
Our team of editors offers you a new question.
Which elected body formally chooses the U.S. president? Sven came through. Yes, he did. Which elected body formally chooses the U.S. president? Senate, the Electoral College, the Supreme Court, or the Pentagon? So we can eliminate the Pentagon. We can eliminate the Supreme Court. It is the Electoral College. But would they possibly be talking about certifying the election? The Senate technically certifies the election. And the other question is, the Electoral College, are they actually are they elected? Or are they appointed by the states? The word chooses is the problem here. I guess technically the electors are elected by the specific parties within their states. So we'll go with B.
A choice is to be made. In this case,
I don't think they're
I'm
talking about
saying
certifying the
B.
election.
And now to the most important question of all. Is this your final answer? This money is safe now, thanks to the threshold.
So they weren't talking about certifying. The elected part.
Here's a new question for you.
I'm Canadian, so there's none of that. Yeah. What is the surname of Fraser, the psychiatrist played by Kelsey Grammer on TV sitcoms? All right, I know this one, right? It's not Derek, it's not Tractor, and it's not Drill. It's Fraser Crane. Now, in the Frasier series, I don't know if in Frasier they actually said his name a lot. They really called him Dr. Crane in Cheers. Which one? You liked Frasier or you liked Cheers?
Okay, C. I think it's the right one.
I know you are waiting for me to ask you. So let's go. Is this your final answer?
That will be my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. You figured it out perfectly. Nice
Definitely
answer.
C.
Prepared well, done well, and it paid off.
You have a bar up the road named Norms? That's cool. I liked Cheers
At
a
the
lot.
pace you're going to make short work
and
of
I
this
really
new
enjoyed Frasier, but I think I actually liked Cheers better, mostly because of Coach and Woody
C seems
and
most
Cheers
plausible
made
to me,
those
but
shows.
A. Oh, I'm not sure.
All right, which of these is not classified as a precious metal? Gold, silver, platinum, or zinc? I'm going to go with D. Because you don't ingest gold. You don't ingest silver. You don't ingest platinum. But you can take zinc as a supplement. And if I remember coins, pennies I think are actually made of zinc instead of copper now. So let's go with D. We've got 2 votes here. Humbly says D. Diesel says
And
zinc.
it will be D for me. No more doubts.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
You have given your final answer.
It's all about
I
the
hope
D,
it is the
Humbly.
right one. You make it look easy. You
All
got it.
right. Thank you, gentlemen.
We're now close to the threshold that I wanted to reach.
Concentrate. Here's a new question for you.
Oh my lord. Who plays the lead role in Ryan's Daughter? John Wayne, William Holden, Robert Mitchum, Lee Van Cleef. If this is a movie, I don't know it. I don't know who Lee Van Cleef is, but obviously I know John Wayne, William Holden, and Robert Mitchum. All played roles in old westerns. I'm going to guess it's a western based on the guys that's named here. It is, and you know the answer. All right, so you're not going to share the answer that you know? It's a romance movie, and your mom loved it. Okay, so it's a romance movie. Robert Mitchum, okay. C. All right, let's go with it. We're going to go with Dadalorian's mom on this one.
I'm going to choose C.
Are you absolutely sure? Is that your final answer?
Yes, that's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together. Just own it. You got it.
Hey, the Dadalorian's mom.
We were within a hair's breadth of a formality there.
When did you ever think that your mom's movie loves
The game is off to a good start.
would help you
but
out
you
in a
shouldn't
trivia
stop
game?
there. Here is a new question.
Never. Who sang with Marvin Gaye on the 1974 hit You Are Everything? All right, so 3 of these I've heard of, and so I've heard of Diana Ross, I've heard of Martha Reeves, I've heard of Aretha Franklin, I've never have heard of Frida Payne. I was only 2 when this was a hit. Diana Ross seems more like... I'm guessing it was probably more of a love, quote-unquote, love song. So Diana Ross seems to fit that better. Yeah, 1974. I mean... Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross were both... Well, wasn't Martha Reeves in the Vandellas? Weren't they in the 70s? Or were... Actually, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, they were older, aren't they? Yeah, Diana Ross would be my guess. Now, we do have... We still have 50-50 and... Ask the audience or poll the audience. Should we use it or should we just go with Diana Ross? I think by the 70s, Aretha Franklin was probably an established musician. Martha Reeves, I think, had obviously been around for a while. Diana Ross, was she really hot in the 70s, or did her popularity come more in the 80s? The only lady you know is Diana Ross. All right. Hi, Miss Alchemist. She was a big up-and-comer in the 70s. All right. Dadalorian, we're going with it again.
Okay, we're going to say A.
Are you sure?
That's my final answer.
Now it's time to find out the correct answer.
Dun dun dun.
That is the right answer.
Fair's fair with right answers.
Dadalorian, I don't know if you knew that one or not, or if you were just kind of guessing based on the clues in the question.
Concentrate. Here's a new question for you.
Thank you once again. Thank you, Miss Alchemist, for the hype. In German, the word Schloss is used for which of these buildings? Timeline. Dadalorian needs to go on the show. Alright, so the German word Schloss, is it church? Is it castle? Is it stadium? Or is it school? Now, my heritage is German, but I don't speak it. I don't know the language. This Alchemist is saying castle. Diesel's learning German, but hasn't seen that one yet. You think it's D for school? Arame would know. Yeah, Arame's been to Germany, right? She was stationed over there. You learned German many years ago. Yeah, you know, when I was in high school, I could have taken German, but I heard the German teacher was really, really mean. And so I took Spanish instead. Not that I mean, I know some Spanish, but I don't hardly... I mean, I took Spanish in high school, and I took it in college, and I still don't really know it. A lot of things aren't much different than English, but some are way off. I'm just pure guessing. Yeah, her mom was stationed there. Okay. Well, it's not a church or a school. That leaves stadium or castle. Skirt in German is rock. Not sure how that fits here, Miss Alchemist. So, yeah, I guess that goes to prove Diesel's point about some are similar and some are way off. Not always equal to English, yeah. Well, out of the two choices, castle is the one I'm leaning towards. I just don't know. Stadium slosh, this doesn't seem right for stadium. B would be your guess as well. You don't think stadium. All right. Well, if it's not church or school, one of you says, yeah, maybe castle. The other one says you don't think it's stadium. So we'll go
B is the most plausible one.
Bayern Munich never refers to their stadium as a Schloss. Okay. Soccer dude right there again. Okay, so that's helpful. So
Final answer? You sure?
That will be my final answer.
You have made your choice. You got there.
Hey!
Well done.
Thank you, thank you. That was definitely a group effort on eliminating that one.
Now that you've released the pressure, here's a new question.
Which female tennis player beat Amalie Mauresmo in the final of the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004? Mary Pierce, Justine Henin, Martina Hingis, or Jennifer Capriati? Hey now. You're all exiting? Alright, I vaguely remember Mary Pierce. But I don't recall that she was a star. Capriati was a big star for the US, but I don't remember if she actually did anything in the Olympics. Justine Henin, I believe, was a pretty, highly ranked player, and Martina Hingis was a pretty high-ranked player at one point. But again, this is in 2004, and I didn't really ever pay attention to the Olympic Games in that time. 3 of the names are familiar. And I do remember vaguely Amalie Mauresmo. Capriati seems to stand out. No, see, I don't think so. Hingis was a pro, and so was Henin. But at some point, they started letting pros play. Because if you look at basketball and soccer and baseball and, those Olympic sports all allow pros to play now. So in 2004, were they letting pros play at that point? That's the question. If Jennifer Capriati became pro, she never became a top-ranked pro that I recall. Alright, I think we're gonna use... Let's go with... Poll the audience.
Okay, audience, fingers on your keypads. Let's help our contestant.
Let's see if
All
we can
vote now.
narrow it down. Ooh. All else fails, choose B. So, when I was a kid, here was the method we were supposed to use on multiple choice tests. You hold out 4 fingers, you smack them on the table, and whichever one hurts the worst is the answer. These answers are not far enough apart between B, 39%, and D. Oh, you can't see the percentages. So, obviously, you can see the bar graph. B was the choice, majority choice of the audience. It had 39%. D had 32%. So, there's only a 7% difference between that. And then, of course, C is 23%. Dadalorian says all else fails, choose B. And then follows that up with go with the audience, which is B. And then you can blame them. All right. We'll go with the audience. We'll go with B. Justine Hanine.
A choice is to be made. In this case, I'm saying B.
You know what my next question is, right? Is this your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
All right, let's find out the right answer together.
Hold your breath.
That's what we were looking for. That's right.
We were within a hair's breadth of a formality there.
Well, the audience
Now
came
let's
through
go to
on
the
that
next
one.
question, if you don't mind.
What? Which of these sailors was killed in 1805?
Oh,
Horatio Nelson, Francis Drake, James Cook, or Walter Raleigh? So, James Cook, I'm actually very distantly apparently related to James Cook. And I believe he was killed in the South Pacific. Sir Walter Raleigh and Sir Francis Drake. I don't really recall who Horatio Nelson would have been. Cook was gone before the 1800s? Diesel, thank you for the raid! Why is your millionaire game so hard? This is set on normal, Arame. Diesel, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Came in with 4 raiders. Whoop whoop. Nelson is British. Well, aren't they all British? I mean, at that time they were almost all British. I know for sure Drake and Raleigh both have Sir at the front of their names. Let's see. Nelson, wait. I know Cook was gone before the 1800s. Making sure I didn't miss a comment in here. Arme is here now, and she missed the German question. I've been lurking a bit. Shout out. Thank you for the shout out to Diesel. All I know is Nelson has a statue or something in London. Yeah, but isn't Horatio Nelson Diesel or Bo Sprout? How are you? Isn't Horatio Nelson? He has the statue in Trafalgar Square, isn't it? But that was for the Battle of Trafalgar, I believe. I feel like Raleigh was earlier than 1805. See, to me, Cook, Drake, and Raleigh were all contemporaries. That's a good question, Datalorian. I don't know what the date of the Battle of Trafalgar was. So you are saying Nelson? I don't know. I don't know. I know for a fact James Cook was killed by the natives on a South Pacific island. I want to say he was killed in Hawaii. They were all explorers. It's not Cook. You think he died in the mid-1700s? Yeah, you think he... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died in Hawaii. This is not American history. This would be probably more in the sense of world history, because they were explorers that traveled the world on ships. Although Horatio Nelson, if he's in Trafalgar Square in England, would have been commemorated for the Battle of Trafalgar. But I don't know if he was commemorated because he died in it or because he won. Oh boy. All right. Well, we got to come up with an answer here. Or we could narrow it down to 50-50. Bo, you Googled it? Well, you can't tell us if you Googled it. That's cheating. I'm not reading anything else you put in chat. I'm not reading it anymore. All right, let's use the 50-50. I don't know what else to do here. We got to narrow it down somehow.
Let's take away 2 incorrect answers.
All right. With that, yeah, I agree, Datalorian. If we're going to go 50-50 and it's A and B, we're gonna have to go with A.
A, obviously.
Don't say obviously.
You seem to be convinced, but is this your final answer?
That will be my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the correct answer. You pulled it off.
We're now close to the threshold that I wanted to reach.
Miss Alchemist was gonna say it was B. Bo confirmed it was a good one
You will be
after
asked
we
a
chose.
new question now.
How many years of marriage are celebrated by a pearl wedding anniversary?
Well now.
25, 30, 40, or 50. All right, wait. 25 is golden. No, 25 is silver, right? 50 is the gold. I haven't been married that long either. D is platina. You just looked this up the other day in October for your wedding anniversary? Miss Alchemist, you've only been married 3 years? Huh. I always thought it was more than that. Dadalorian says it's B because it was his 15th. So you looked it up in October. What is the 15th wedding anniversary? What does that qualify for? Because apparently every year is supposed to be, it's got something like, you know, like year 2 is like paper and the next year is like brass or, you know, whatever. So 15 is crystal. All right. I think this June is going to be my 15th. So Dadalorian is saying B because he just looked it up. Pearl is 30. We're going to go with it, Dadalorian.
Okay, we're going to pick B.
So this is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Oh, I can't wait to see the correct answer. Yes, absolutely.
We were within a hair's breadth of a formality there.
Look at that. Dadalorian's research. He can remember all the way back to October.
The game is off to a good start, but you shouldn't stop there. Here is a new question.
What's the currency of Ethiopia? Birr, Abyssinian,
the
Ethiopian dollar, or the Ethiopian pound. Okay, first, do we have anybody here that's been to Ethiopia? So Dadalorian's a no. He's out. Miss Alchemist says nope. She's out. Bo guesses E. I think you're, Dadalorian, I think you're thinking of the Byzantine Empire. Byzantine Empire was the Eastern Empire of Rome. Ethiopia was a colony of Italy. At one time. That was during World War I, I believe it was. Or maybe it was pre-World War II. Italy, all of the countries in Europe had colonies, and the only place that Italy could conquer was Ethiopia. It was like its one and only colony during that time period. So Aramay says it's A, or thinks it's A. I'm actually leaning towards B, the Abyssinian. Think B would be used to describe an area. Ethiopia isn't a British colony. No, it's not. It was an Italian. So the pound, yeah, the Ethiopian pound wouldn't make any sense. And the Ethiopian dollar could be, but that wouldn't make any sense really. B seems too much long of a word for a term for money. Dadalorian says he doesn't think it's B. So Aramay thinks it's A. Dadalorian doesn't think it's B. I was kind of leaning towards B. Pretty sure it's not C or D. So we'll have to go with A. Since we have two people that are kind of leaning that way, Diesel is going to bow out. All right.
I have to make a decision, and it will be A.
We could change questions. All right, let's go with A. Let's go with A.
You had to make a choice.
We got to make a
Is
choice.
that your final answer?
Oh, yes. That's my final answer.
Okay, the computer validated your answer.
And
just own it. You got it.
What?
Fair's fair with right answers.
Aramay comes through with the A. All right, folks, this is the last question.
Now let's go to the next question, if you don't mind.
Oh, no. Diesel, I think this one's in your wheelhouse. The first ever WWE Intercontinental Champion was who? It was an Italian colony. I don't believe it is any longer. Not considered. All right, so the WWE World Wrestling... Oh, what did it... World Wrestling... What was it? It used to be WWF. Now it's WWE. Intercontinental Champion was who? Bruno Sammartino, Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe, or the Honky Tonk Man? Yeah, it is two different time periods. Honestly, none of these names ring a bell whatsoever. Intercontinental Champion. Pat Patterson is like OG wrestler. Well, in this case, I think because it's the first ever, they're probably all OG. I mean, really, the last WWF that I ever watched was like when The Undertaker, and I might have seen like some of John Cena's very first matches. You know, I mean, The Rock was wrestling. So Dadalorian says B or C would be credible guesses. Pat Patterson or Gerald Briscoe. Dadalorian is leaning towards B. But I can't see John Cena. Is that because he's a little guy, or what do you mean I can't see him? I'm not familiar with this joke. Hogan? Was there ever a wrestler named the Briscoe Kid? No, I don't understand that reference. Oh, he waves his hand as you can't see. All right. I'm way out of touch. Yeah, I'm an old guy. I'm old. I don't get these young people things anymore. Look it up. Oh, we have to make a guess. Yeah, I'd say cheat on this one. We can't cheat. Yes, we can switch questions. Ermay, I don't think you're as old as I am. They call me Pops for a reason around here. No, we do not have a lifeline anymore. But we do have switch questions. Yeah, but see, the WWE came after WWF, and I never really watched wrestling really after it kind of switched to WWE. Because they got sued. They couldn't use WWF because the World Wildlife Foundation sued them to make sure they couldn't use that anymore. Oh, you're in your 40s? Well, that's still young. That's still young. I'll be 53 in a couple of weeks. That's why I'm Gramps around here. Not gonna lie, I looked it up just to know. Alright, so we've got one who says B. That's what they would guess. Bo says switch. Yes, Bo, I am a relic. All right, we need some votes here. So, 1 to switch questions. Put a 1 in the chat to switch questions. Put a 2 in the chat to guess B. So 1 to switch, 2 is to guess B. Dadalorian has been right a lot. Dadalorian's voting to switch questions. Alright. Bo, we need to have a chat about following directions. Has your boss had this conversation with you yet, Bo? Alright, we're gonna switch questions.
By using the switch, you decide to be wise.
Oh, it would have been B. Oh, no. Oh. Yes, he was.
You're going to make short work of this new question.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh boy. Which fruit is most likely to suffer from the disease Big Bud? A. Blackcurrant. B. Mango.
So you have chosen
C.
death.
Melon. Or D. Kumquat. This is worse than the other one. Yeah, I agree, Diesel. This is worse than the other one. Which one has buds? Well, they all have to have a bud at some point, right? I mean, fruit, in order to bloom, has to be, or fruit has to be pollinated in order to get it to bloom. To grow, I should say. Isn't blackcurrant is a berry. Mangoes are on the trees. Melons are on the ground. And I don't know what a kumquat is. Kumquat is a tree? Okay, so you pick kumquats like you would pick an apple? It's a tiny orange. I thought tiny oranges were like mandarins. Is it smaller than a mandarin? It's smaller than a mandarin? Why would you eat it? Ted DiBiase. Now there's a name I recall. They look like grapes. But orange. Kumquat. Kumquat. Hey, kumquat. Big bud disease. Aramay is saying A. She's gonna guess A. Have a good day at work, Bo. Appreciate you stopping in and saying hello before you gotta go. I hope you enjoyed your coffee and cereal. Keep that away from your pussy, Willow. I don't know. Big bud? Does that mean it's a... I mean, is it a big fruit? Big bud and you thought of tractor. Mangoes and melons seem far-fetched. All right, so with that, and apparently a kumquat is a tree. Yeah, so we've got black currant. I mean, currants are really tiny, aren't they? I mean, isn't like a currant like the size of like a blueberry or whatever? Yeah, I mean they're not very big. So is Big Bud? No, you're gonna look it up and then you're just gonna tease us. So is rather than Big Bud referring to a large fruit, is it actually the reverse? Is it making fun of a small fruit? You want to see what they look like. Okay, so I was right. A currant is like a blueberry. All right, so we've got one guess for A. Aramay said she's leaning towards A earlier. Dadalorian says A. Miss Alchemist says A. All right. We got to go with A. But it's Hermes' fault if we're wrong. We got to blame somebody, right? She said it first. It's her fault. All right, we're going to go with A.
Okay, we're going to say A.
I think the Big Bud... You never said what? I think Big Bud is actually talking about the opposite. I think it's actually replying or applying something big to something very small. Your ex had this disease. Bo, I thought you were leaving for work. All right, here we go.
So this is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
If this is your final answer, let's hope it's the
no,
correct
Dadalorian
answer.
said that.
You just won the million. This is terrific. Great.
Wow! You're on your way. You wanted to know the answer, so you're driving and you're driving and watching your phone. Wow, you guys, thank you so much. That was awesome. It was a group effort. It was a group effort. Venmo you your share. Hey, if that was a real $1 million, I would definitely not have a problem spreading it around a little. Yeah. Now Bo's gonna be stuck on giveaway. Uh-oh, I should be dancing right here. I can't hear because the music is so loud in my headset. Definitely a group effort. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate that. We made it to 1 million. That was the first time we've ever done that. I'm afraid to press any button because it's just going to start over. Yeah, there's nothing else left to do now. I got the sailor one. That was crazy, but I wrote down the names so you can read up on them. Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I want to say that James Cook was killed more like in the 1830s, but I don't know that for sure. I have a lot more points if I'd quit playing that. Yeah, you know, I have been actually thinking about raising the cost of that one or making the cooldown even longer than 60 seconds. 1779 for Cook. Okay, so he was well before 1800s. All right, Bo. Drive safely, dude. Have a good day at work. All right, folks. We're going to call it there. And it was in Hawaii, so I did have that part right. Okay. We are done with trivia tonight. We will be doing Stalker 2 tomorrow for Monday's stream. And yeah, I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Killed trying to kidnap the chief. Yeah, never a good idea to kidnap the chief. So yeah, we're gonna end it there. I appreciate you guys all hanging out once again, coming in and playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and we got to be a millionaire tonight, so that's awesome. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate you all. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
In the sky where the eagles dare, combat dagwood flying without care. Wings of might, his spirit soars. He's the sentinel at freedom's door. From the mountains to the plains so wide, he's the guardian of our pride. Feathers gleaming in the bright sunlight, he's the symbol of our fight. Combat backward soaring strong, faith and freedom his lifelong song. In the winds he'll never sway, he's the heartbeat of the USA. He's the whisper in the soldier's heart, guiding them from the very start. On the winds of hope he glides, he's the dream that never hides. From dawn to dusk he guards the land, with a power mighty and grand. Through the storm